Okay. All right. So I think we are live on YouTube also. Okay. All right. So once again, welcome to the last live coding session for people that are just joining us and for people on YouTube. This is the last live coding session for this cohort, and it is no easy feat to get to this stage of the internship because a lot of people have faltered during the way. Because, but as I said previously, I congratulate you guys for getting up to this stage. So we can't say we have taught everything 100%, but this serves as a stepping stone. So based on the concept of what you've learned over this internship, I can confidently say there's nothing that requires being deployed or automation in terms of deployment that you shouldn't have an idea of how to go about it, because the foundation has been set and you just have to make sure you keep building, working on projects and expanding your knowledge base. And the more you do that, the more you begin to gain different things. So I'll be sharing my screen now. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So last in the last live coding session, we worked on a repo that we worked on in stage C. Will be deployed to app service and the app was live. So I've deleted those apps. So today we'll be working on automatic deployments because if you remember when we were going through the content of stage C, we did CICD, and this CICD, this is actually one of the labs that you guys are meant to complete in stage C where you have to deploy to Azure. So unfortunately, though, I think due to the issues that Nigeria have currently, there's an issue paying for Azure. So I don't know if all of you were able to get, but nobody made complaints that they were not able to get an Azure subscription. So I'm going on a limb that everyone was able to get a subscription to that to add a payment option to Azure because in
Not
Nigeria, our
everyone.
debit card, sorry,
Everyone.
I did not get
No.
that. You were not
I'm
able
not,
to get one.
yeah, the subscription, yes.
Yes.
I see. So if you're not able to get one, then I really don't know how you'll be able to complete the labs in this stage because this stage is basically all Azure. I'll look into something. So I don't know if you guys are able to procure, I don't know, an institution account or something, but most of you guys are not even most you guys are probably done with university. So I'll try to look into something, but I myself for like the past 1 month I've had issue with Azure trying different channels to just pay a little sum that I had to cover. I also could not. I had to start looking for a way to do a wire check transfer to a bank in London and all of those kind of stuff. So apparently, the only way that works is if you get a dollar card, a domicile account where you have the dollar option with any Nigerian bank. I think that works. Or based on what I heard from someone that was able to pay. But we currently have a lot of issues. So I'll probably look into this. I'll speak to the higher ups and to see if there's a way to like probably try to modify the course content. But I feel you guys should have spoken about this earlier. I did not see any complaints of the fact that you guys were not able to get Azure subscription.
I
That's
was still
why
trying to check if I can get the dollar card, but
a
I
dollar
couldn't.
card, I see.
Yeah,
Yes, because the issue is even previously cheaper cash used to work, but for Azure now, cheaper cash doesn't work anymore.
I tried it
Cheap,
also,
cheap,
no.
yeah, cheaper cash still works for platforms like Heroku and all of those kind of stuff. But unfortunately, for Azure, it doesn't work. So I'll lay this up to the higher ups and see if there's anything that can be done for probably before the we still have at least 3 4 days. That's the next week Tuesday before this stage ends. All right. So sorry again about that. It's actually not in our hands. It's just the policies and stuff of Nigeria, and it's what we have to deal with. Okay. So but still let's still just complete this using Azure and then most likely probably communicate something that you guys can do um offline or I don't know. We'll probably try to work on something, see if we can provide you guys with accounts that will be registered under the platform of Amoye. So you just use those accounts to create those resources and let's see if that can work. So I'll communicate further to you guys on that. Um So continuing what we have today. So this is the Azure App Service, just as we did the last time. So we'll be deploying the app again. So let's create a web app. Okay, and then this web app is under this. So let me put it here. So the web app name, let's call it this time. Let's call it automatic deployment. Okay, so this is so we are choosing from a Docker container as usual. So we did all of this last week. So, but for you to deploy automatically, you need to have at least a first instance that was done manually. You get there are tools. If you can remember, we worked with Terraform and Ansible in the last stage. So those kind of tools, they are able to use them to spin up infrastructure without having to do anything manually. But in most cases, you might have to do like a manual, you might have to do a manual deployment first, even with Terraform and all of this kind of stuff. Even though you're not having to do a GUI aspect, like it's not graphical, but you're still like manually provisioning resources before you can then put those resources into a platform where they can be automated. So what we are trying to do now is we have to first create an app service. Then that app service is now what we are going to be adding to the GitHub page, and that GitHub page is what we are going to be automating. So it will be a automatic deployment. So the next is database, next is Docker. So this is a single container, it's on Docker Hub, it is public. So the image and the tag, as usual, do I remember it? I think it should be oadenio slash quote gen, and it is latest 2. Let me just confirm. Let me go to my Docker Hub and let's see that. Exactly. So I think that's it. Oadenio slash quote gen. So it is code gen. That should be it. Exactly. So it is the code gen, and we worked on it last week. So the tag we used, the one we pushed the last time, was the test 2. So for all of this, we can just skip the other parts and then let us create this. So after creating this, we'll now pick up the details that we need to pick up from these resources and then add it to our GitHub repository. So you will now make some changes to the GitHub. We'll push it. If you can remember the last time when we needed to make some edits to the way the code is being run, we needed to specify a port. Immediately we specify the port, we don't have to manually start doing docker build, docker dot. It does what got built immediately because we had configured a Git action that was the continuous integration to ensure that any change we are making was integrated automatically. So our deployment is done. Okay, so let's go to automatic deployment. So let us wait for it. So once you deploy something on using the app service, so you can come to the logs. So this is where you understand if your logs, this is where you understand if the app you have deployed if it's working as expected or if there's an issue with it. So let us view the log stream. So let's wait till this is done so you can see it again. Okay, so this is still connecting. So I don't know, probably because we are using the free version, so it is taking some time to come to continue to do this, even this small deployment. Normally it should be faster. You can see that when we started it up on my local PC, then it was faster, but it's just for visualization purposes. So there's nothing here at this point. It's just reconnecting. So let's go to the overview. I just want us to see there should be an aspect. So let's see the logs. Oh, so there's an error here. So I think probably the name. So it's saying there's an error checking data. So probably the name of the stuff, the name of the Docker, the name of the deployment that I used. But I think this should be correct. What quote gen? Exactly, latest 2. So what's the issue that we have currently? I'm trying to see if there's anything in the logs. So I don't think this is even trying to pull anything. So oh, I didn't new code gen. So I don't know what the issue is. This should work as expected, but it's saying there's an error. So why don't let me get hung up on that. Let me create a new one, a new app service. I don't know what the issue now. Maybe I used wrong stuff. So let me just create a web app. So okay, as usual, it's a Docker container, and yeah, this is free. So the next is database, as usual, a single container. It's on Docker Hub. Okay, no, no, not this single container. Exactly. Yeah, the tag is latest. So okay, so let me see. Is there anything I missed? I doubt. Okay, so let me see. Let me verification failed in the basics. Oh, okay, the name. Let me say automatic deployment two. So let me create this now. And when that is created, let me check the status of the previous one to see what's happening. And this is correct. So this is probably not doing anything. Let me just see what the other one will say. So app service, web app, deployment two. So this one is also saying exactly the same thing. And what's now the issue? Or is there no latest two? This is it now. Code gen latest two. I don't know why it's saying there's an issue. Okay. So let me just try to check the deployment center. Because the manual one has to even be working first before we can even see exactly. And this is it. So it's on Docker Hub, it's public. Exactly. So I don't know what the issue is. It's basically the same thing. So there's no difference. Let me just go back. Let me see the overview and let me see what's happening. There's actually an issue somewhere because this should be showing me index. This should be showing me that it is being pulled from Docker Hub. At time 12:47. And that it is public. Okay. Let me just come and restart this app because I don't know the issue with this. This should not even be an issue because we deployed this last week and it went fine. Or is it? I don't know. This was 5 hours ago. So I don't know. Okay, let me just try something. Let me pick up the latest. Let me see if that's the issue. Because we should not even be facing this issue at all. Okay. Photo, local container as usual. So database, Docker, so Docker Hub is public. So now I'll use this tag latest and let me see if there will be a difference. Latest, okay. Review plus create. Alright, so let me create this and let me see if there will be a difference. Because I should not even be having that issue at all. So let me go to this resource. So it is failing directly. Immediately we are creating it, it is failing immediately. So there's an issue actually somewhere. There's an issue somewhere. Because at least it should even show the logs, and the log should tell us that this is the reason why it is failing. Okay. And the funny thing is I worked on this like 5 hours ago to just ensure that everything is working as expected. And then I don't know why I'm having this sort of issue. Because we have no other. Okay. I don't think anything different is happening. So this issue is probably from. So let me delete all of this. Let me just delete all of this and then try. So let me create a new resource. No, app service. Let me delete them. Let me create a new one. Web. So I'll create. Let me select a new resource group. Let me just start from scratch. Let me see if maybe that would change what is happening. Okay. So deployment. Okay, the Docker container. So let me create a new Linux plan. So let me call it last LCS plan. Okay, so this plan will also take, so also be free. Then the next is database, nothing. Next is Docker. So it's a single container, some Docker hub. And let me just pick this, because I should not even be having this kind of issue at all. Okay, and then latest. So networking, monitoring. Okay, so let us create this and let's see. Let's see if the issue is from the plans that we're using. Oh, I see. So limit for one free Linux app service. So let me delete the previous one. So apparently you cannot have more than one free Linux app service for the free one. So let me delete the previous one that these ones are working on. Then delete these two. What's happening? Okay, let me delete them one by one. If that one is causing hazard, delete, delete, delete. Okay, so those two are deleted. So let me go to this app service plan and go and delete it also. One app. Okay, this app is not deleted. Okay, so this one too has been deleted, so I can delete this now. Okay, so let's take it again from the top now and create a new app service on my fresh. So web app. So we'll call it the last LCS. So this is deployment LCS. So from a Docker container, so let me create a new service plan. Now I have to come here. So it's a single container. So I want latest 2. So let us see if this will change the narrative, hopefully. Okay, so the first one has been deployed. So let's wait for the app to get deployed also. So let us see if there's a difference. So we are still having this issue. So this issue might be coming from, okay, so let me just work on this Docker file and let me see what is happening. So let me refresh this page. So let me see the code. Because I worked on this just this morning. You can see that it's saying here 5 hours ago. So I did this 5 hours ago to ensure that whatever it is happening is going to work as usual. So we'll just finish this in real time. So I don't know why this issue is popping up and it's not logging, it's not doing anything for me to know why the app is not starting or why it is having an error. But the error is most likely coming from Docker. So probably I'll just let me just rename this actually. So let me change the screen I'm sharing. Stop sharing. Share my entire screen. Okay, so this is it. At least as at this morning, this is what I was working with. And I worked on this. This is the Docker file. So let me name it. Let me name it another thing. Okay. So this is everything as expected. So let me just name this. Let me name it quotes image latest. Let me save it. So let me see if that will cause it to work. Cause change image name. So now let's go to let me go to our GitHub and let's see what is going to be happening. Okay, so it is continuizing already. Okay, so let us see. So this has worked already. So let us see in our repository. We should have another image now. So this is its quote image. And then so it is saying doc type. Oh, can this be the cause of the issue? But I doubt though. This should not even be an issue here. There is a problem with the page you're looking for or proxy. So, but this should not even cause this issue. So let me go to overview. Or can that should not be enough for doing this head, body, and body. Okay, so let me see. Just to confirm that this is working as usual, let me open my Docker desktop and then let me put this new image from Docker desktop. But while that is happening, let me go home and let me create a new web app. Because what we're trying to do, we should be done by now. It's just writing a few lines of code. But I don't know why this deployment is not working. And it might be that probably Docker has an issue currently or something. So as usual, as well for container, the last SCS deployment final Docker container. So let me use this same one. So let me move to Docker single container. Some Docker of is public into adenium slash QUOTE image and the tag is latest. Okay, so that should be all. So let's create this now and see what will happen. So this is working already. So let me pull an image from hub. So this is the quote image that I just worked on. And let me pull it. So quote image latest, let me pull it. So while this is working. So when this pulls, I'll try to run it locally and see if it runs locally. So if it runs locally, then the issue is probably with as a chat. Okay, that's one. The issue is probably from Docker. Probably they have an issue because this should not even be causing an issue at all. So this is still pulling. While that is pulling, let me go back here to see. So details, deployment final. Okay, the other one is still coming on. So deployment final, exactly. So let me see if we have the exact same issue. So we have the same issue. So it is just giving this error. So unfortunately, I think these guys are down currently because there should be no reason why we're having this error, this health error. Let me see if troubleshooting will do anything. But I think the issue is that probably they're down currently. So when things like this happen, we have no issue than to wait for them to fix up. But let us see if this will help us see anything. Let me check the one of the local development. It is still pulling. Let me just leave this. Let me go and see the logs. So let us see if anything will be here. So it's just doing the same thing. Log service, activity log. So let's check the activity log. So we're not even seeing any issue at all. So this now it has been put locally. So let me run it and see if there will be an issue. So let me just run this locally. Okay, so on the hotspot it will be 8080. Yes, local. I want to see if there will be an issue here too. So this one too is not showing the logs. So created. This should be a warning already. Okay. Access permission. Okay. So let me just create another one. And without binding a port. So let me just run this and see what will happen. So you can see this, it is running locally. So there's no issue with the image file. Is it running locally? And this is what I expected to see. So it not working on Azure. Let me see critical, view more details. No, this is not what I need. So unfortunately, I think at this stage there's an issue with Azure because there's no logical reason for why this is not working since it is working locally and immediately, because normally there should even be a step where it says that it wants to pull the image. Okay, let's say it's trying to pull the image. So it's trying to pull the image and then there's no response or something like that. But this is not even working at all. So let's check the logs for the deployment again to see. So I think this issue. Okay, so let's see if there's an issue. This is where we should see it. Okay, so this is actually working. So it has found this image. It is pulling this image from Oadenio. Let me see. So I don't know why it is not working. Overview. It is still saying an error. Well, let me go to the deployment center again. And then let's see the logs. Okay, so I think at this point it is working. And let us see what is happening. So initiating the warm-up request. Okay, so I think it is working already, but yeah, it is still showing an error. So probably because we are on the free plan or something, but we should not be getting this error. But let me just wait for these logs, deployment center, and let me wait for this to finish successfully. So if this, so it is waiting for the warm-up response. So if this goes as expected, we should see our response of. So let me wait for this. And then another LCS by 130. Hopefully this goes on before that. So let me refresh this. Let me see the logs here. I see. So this now is already working. So let me reconnect. So it is still waiting for this container to come up. So we have no issue than to wait. So if we were using a larger container, let's say a container that had like 1.5 gig free space and something like that, probably it would have come up faster. But because this is just for demonstration purposes, so we just have to make do with this. Okay. So an error occurred while processing your requests. Data model, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So there's an issue. Viewports, CSS, navbar collapse. Refresh your browser. So I think, as you can see from here also, the issue is actually from the issue is actually between Docker and this because it's working locally. This is the image I put locally and it is working. But then trying to put that same image here, you are getting an issue. So let me see. So this is an issue. You can see all of this issue, deployment, blah blah blah, waited, invoke tasker. So all of these are issue with these guys, and I don't think so. Let me just wait a few more minutes. So even probably what we'll try to do is probably we'll have a makeup session, or if there won't be a makeup session, there won't be a makeup session. I'll just complete it and then send. Exactly, it did not respond to pings. So it did not start within the expected limit, it did not respond to pings. So this actually came up. This is it. It came up serving on Flask, blah blah blah. But then there's an issue with these guys, and that's why we are not able to get this up. So what I can try to do is we can have, I don't know, there's only one person that is on the call. So what would you suggest, Ismail?
You can have another section, even if it is 30 minutes.
Yes, because what we want to do is actually no more. Shouldn't take us even up to 30 minutes. In a few minutes, we should be done. But I think without a deployment here first, there's nothing we can do. So they have this issue. Should not be an in deployed application. So, but no issues. I'll just keep checking on my end, and when it's done, I'll probably do a make up session. Let's say for Friday or Monday before the end of the stage.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, no problem. Thanks for attending, and sorry that we could not get this wrapped up today.
No problem.
I will communicate with you guys more on the channel.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, no problem.